Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Our Community Reads with Calista Marie. Today, we are doing a very special show. We are recording live from Blackstone Bookstore and Cultural Center, which is located in Ypsilanti, Michigan on Michigan Avenue. And if you've never been to this store, I truly encourage you and your family to come here. It's one of my happy places. So today we get to enjoy this really cool story. It's a little deep, but today we have Bryan Foley, who is the general manager for Supreme Felons, and he is also the host of Ear to the Ground 197. And he is going to read this book, so I'm going to let him tell you the title of the book. So listen closely.
Yeah, thank you, Calista. Not only am I the general manager of Supreme Fellows Incorporated, I'm City of Ypsilanti Sustainability Commissioner, City of Ypsilanti Downtown Development Authority Commissioner. I'm also a licensed electrician and a licensed electrical contractor. I own my own company, which is called Arneth Lighting Solutions. The book that Calista asked me to read today is called Slow Money is Better Than No Money. Slow Money is Better Than No Money is written by Rashad Patterson. In many urban environments, working a job isn't considered cool. Due to a lack of resources, many inner street youth resort to alternative methods in making money. How can you stand up on your feet all day making $8 an hour? Hard work pays off. This is in Atlanta, Georgia, on the corner of Hunter Street and Cashby Street. I am good. I rather earn my money the honest way. Lil bruh, we out here getting this paperwork. Yes, sir, you need to get like us. Tyrone is 16 years old. He recently got hired at a restaurant near his house. While walking to work, Tyrone is approached by a group of boys, harassing him about his job. The boys try to persuade Tyrone to quit his job. Tyrone ignores the boys and continues walking to work. They're in the restaurant. After a 10-minute walk down Cashby Street, Tyrone arrives at work. Tyrone's manager, Mr. Walker, opens the door so Tyrone can enter into the restaurant. Good morning, Tyrone. I need you to take the trash outside and mop the floor. Mr. Walker gives Tyrone different tasks to complete as he starts his shift. Tyrone takes the trash outside, then he mops the floor. After completing his task, Tyrone turns on the grill and fryer. The first customer of the day orders a number one. The number one consists of a double cheeseburger, fries, and a drink. Hello, how may I serve you? I would like to order the number one. The restaurant was extremely busy for a Monday. Tyrone was unable to take a break. Before closing the restaurant, Tyrone mops the floor and empties the trash. Mr. Walker counts the money from the register and puts it in the safe. Mr. Walker and Tyrone lock the door to the restaurant and head home. Mr. Walker, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, have a good night, Tyrone. Tyrone begins his 10-minute walk home. While walking home, Tyrone is approached by Mel and Little Jerry. Mel and Little Jerry harass Tyrone about his job. Tyrone ignores Mel and Little Jerry and continues to walk home. Burger Boy, holler at us when you get ready to make some real money. Burger Boy, how was work today? When Tyrone arrives home, he irons his work clothes for the next day. After ironing his work clothes, Tyrone goes to sleep. The next morning, Tyrone is awakened by his alarm clock. After eating breakfast, Tyrone walks to work. While walking to work, Tyrone sees a police officer arresting Little Jerry. Tyrone arrives to work 15 minutes early. Mr. Walker compliments Tyrone for his hard work and his dedication to the job. I appreciate your work, Tyrone. The restaurant was extremely busy from lunchtime to closing. Hello, how may I serve you? I would like to order a salmon salad. Before the shift ended, Mr. Walker passed out paychecks to all employees. The next morning, Tyrone wakes up early to deposit his check into his bank account. Tyrone saves 70% of his money and lives off the remaining 30%. After leaving the bank, Tyrone heads to work. While walking to work, Tyrone passes Mel and little Jerry. Little Jerry was released from jail earlier that morning. Mel and little Jerry harass Tyrone as usual about working a job. Tyrone arrives at work 15 minutes early. Mr. Walker opens the door for Tyrone and tells him he needs to talk to him. Tyrone and Mr. Walker walk back to the office. Mr. Walker offers Tyrone a position as supervisor and gives him a $2 raise. Tyrone accepts the position as supervisor. Tyrone, I want to offer you a position as supervisor. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Since Tyrone has accepted the position as supervisor, he is responsible for opening the store, handling customer complaints, and inventory. Remember, Lisa, the customer is always right. Okay, Tyrone. Tyrone walks to the back of the restaurant to unload the new inventory for the week. 2 boxes of fries are missing from the inventory. Sorry, we'll have the boxes of fries in an hour. The food truck returns later that day, before the restaurant closes, to deliver the missing boxes of fries. Tyrone begins his 10-minute walk home. While walking home, Tyrone is approached by Mel and little Jerry. Mel and little Jerry harass Tyrone about his job. Tyrone ignores Mel and little Jerry and continues to work. Burger Boy got a promotion. After 15 minutes walk from work, Tyrone arrives home. Tyrone turns on his stereo and falls asleep. The next morning, on his day off, Tyrone decides to go to a car dealership. After the car salesman checks Tyrone's credit, he is allowed to purchase a car with a down payment of $1,000. After purchasing his car, Tyrone drives home. Tyrone passes Mel and little Jerry on his way home. Tyrone parks his car in the driveway and walks in the house. Tyrone's mother is looking out of the window when he drives up. After talking to his mother, Tyrone goes to his room. Tyrone, I am so proud of you. Tyrone irons his clothes before he goes to bed. Around 10 o'clock p.m., Tyrone falls asleep. Tyrone's alarm clock wakes him up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Tyrone gets up, brushes his teeth, and takes a shower. After eating breakfast, Tyrone starts his car and pulls out of the driveway. While walking to work, Tyrone sees Mel and little Jerry getting arrested on the corner of Cash Buy and Hunter Street. The employees prepare for the lunch rush. Mel and little Jerry come into the restaurant to order some food. While ordering food, they harass Tyrone about his job. Hello? How may I serve you? We've been on Cash Buy on Hunter Street working all day. Mel and little Jerry flash a large amount of money in the restaurant. After the lunch rush, the restaurant was extremely slow, so Tyrone closes the restaurant early. While driving home from work, Tyrone sees Mel and little Jerry getting arrested again. 10 minutes later, Tyrone arrives home. Tyrone parks his car in the driveway and walks in the house. Tyrone watches television for an hour before going to bed. When Tyrone starts school, he will only be able to work 4 days a week. The next morning, Tyrone eats breakfast before he goes to work. After eating breakfast, Tyrone starts his car and heads to work. While driving to work, Tyrone doesn't see Mel and little Jerry on Cash Buy and Hunter Street because they are still in jail. Tyrone continues to work at the restaurant until he graduates from high school. After graduating from high school, he enrolls in college. Tyrone decides to major in sociology. Mel and little Jerry continue to get arrested at the corner of Cash Buy and Hunter Street. After multiple arrests, Mel and little Jerry have to serve time in prison. Slow money, better than no money. If you get caught on the block, do you got bail money? What if you get caught making a sale, homie? Slow money, better than no money. Slow money, better than no money. Ain't nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 and punching the clock. Let them call you lame, little homie. Get right. When you buy that new car, they will see it, right? Even if they don't know you on a path, my brother. Paradise, never think gutter. Programmed to think a certain way, it ain't our fault. Even though it's a system, I'm addressing these issues. Refusing to stay in the same spot because life is about progression. Even having a little motion, believe that's a blessing. In everything you do, you got to have a plan. Hear what I said, you got to have a plan. Ain't nothing cool about being locked in the can. Life is what you make of it. Yes, you can. Believe me, you can be anything you want to be, man. Just be yourself and not a wannabe man. Individuality goes a long way, fam. Some folks ain't gonna understand. Slow money, better than no money. If you get caught on the block, do you got bail money? What if you get caught making a sale, homie? Slow money, better than no money. Slow money, better than nobody. No money. That slow money is better than no money by Rashad Patterson.